happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home. The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
And welcome in, folks, to Delaware Live Sports presentation of Delaware High School football, live here at Abessinio Stadium. It's a lovely Thursday night edition of DelHS High School football. Tonight, the St. Elizabeth Vikings, coming in with a record of 3-4, will play host to the 6-1 Tattnall Hornets, who have a lot of momentum riding into this one. Jason Winchell and Pat Gariantes here with you tonight, and Jay, taking a look down at these teams. The Vikings coming in at 3-4, lost the first two games, won their next two, lost their next two, and are on a one-game win streak right now. Did they continue the trend? And then you look down at the Hornets. They've been hot. They lost their first game of the year against Wilmington Friends, 22-8. They've then run the table 6 in a row, including 3 consecutive 55-point outings. This should be a fun one.
It should be, and you talk about Tatnall. They lost their opener to Friends, playing a class up against the defending 2A champions, but played them closer than they have in years past. And I think that was indication then to me that maybe Tatnall, this is their year, their experiences there. But they've had to change some things around offensively. They've had some key injuries, but when you have number 2 on the field, he's special.
Absolutely.
And he makes the difference. And, what I found impressive, that Tower Hill team was rolling, and Tatnall went in there and put up 55 on a 2A team that had beaten Newark and beaten some quality opponents. So they're rolling right now. And like you said, St. E's, they're on that, one-game winning streak where they seem to win 2 in a row. So, can they come in here on homecoming, their homecoming, and pull off the victory? And it would help. I mean, I think they're going to need some wins coming down the stretch there.
Absolutely. And before we dive into that, let's take a look at both of these teams. We'll start with the visiting Tattnall Hornets. We talked about 6-1 with 6 consecutive victories for the Hornets. They started the year, as Jason alluded to, with a 22-8 loss to Wilmington Friends, the defending 2A state champions. And then they beat St. Andrews 53-7. They beat Glasgow 22-0. Dickinson 44-0. McCain 55-20. You mentioned that game against Tower Hill 55-7, and then took it out against AI 55-0. You talked about number 2. Well, that's Rashawn Lamont, and this is now the 3rd year that we've seen this young man shine. He's a senior this year. 758 yards on the ground with 16 touchdowns, and in the last 4.5 weeks, he's had to step in for the injured quarterback Quinn Deviere. And he has thrown for 412 yards and 8 touchdowns through the air. I mean, what more can you say about this young man?
Yeah, that's special, and that it's great for, a team like Tattnall and St. E's, both teams smaller size rosters, right? So sometimes a person who has to play, I wouldn't say out of position, but he's, by design, he's a running back. He comes in, and that's impressive. 8 touchdown passes through the air and almost 500 yards. That's good stuff, and it shows what kind of a team player he is. And he leads that Hornets team, and if I had a vote, he would be my 1A player of the year, but I don't.
We're correct, and he's got some other guys around him. Micah Stamper, the senior, he will start both running back as well as defensive back, can catch the ball as well. You look at Chris Gordon can help out as well on the offensive side of the ball. And then defensively, you've got Jaden Miner, Stamper as well, Gino Greer, as well as Jack Homer. He's the leader right there in the middle of that defense, the junior linebacker, number 51. And now we'll transition gears, take a look over at St. E's. Talked about it, 3-4 on the season. A tough 42-8 loss to open their year against Archmere, although it was a close game prior to, late in that third quarter when they started to wear them down and put a bunch of points on up at the end. They then lost their week 2 game against Indian River in a tight one, 20-14. Then we talked about this pattern that they're in. They won 2 in a row, 38-0 against McCain. Both of these were on the road, 58-22 at Glasgow. Then they backed those up with 2 losses. It was a 48-22 loss to Milford and an 18-0 loss to Charter School of Wilmington, who has shut 5 consecutive opponents out before coming back and getting a victory against Christiana, 42-16 last week. Taking a look down at some of the key players for them, starts with Cole Andrews, the freshman quarterback. He's thrown for 9 touchdown passes and run for 3 more. His older brother, Gavin Andrews, he's a senior. He starred for this runner-up program the last 2 seasons. He has 5 touchdowns through the air, 4 of them on the ground, and then their lead back, Jihad Brown, the senior, 8 rushing touchdowns, including 4 of them in this last game against Christiana. A couple other guys to keep an eye on, Jose Maldonado, the tight end linebacker, and then defensively, Ryan McCormick and Chase Milnes will be guys getting in the mix for them. But St. E's, very up and down season. Jay, and you talked about how this is a big swing game for them. But what have you seen from the Vikings so far this year?
Yeah, and look, I was at that Archmere game, and they played right with Archmere in the first half. Thing is, when you move up a class, Archmere's got a bigger roster size.
Right.
It was a hot day, and it wore down. And I think that's been St. E's. I've seen them 4 or 5 times. It seems like the second half is where they struggle. But like you said, they're coming in off a nice win. The one thing this year, the top 2 teams in each district in an automatic bid. Right now, they're you got Wilmington Charter who's undefeated, and Tattnall's undefeated. St. E's has 1 loss. They can get a win here and get themselves back in, and then possibly not have to worry about whether or not they have enough points at the end of the season.
And we shall see how this one plays out. They have yet to win on their home field, Abessinio Stadium. A little bit surprising there from the Vikings. All 3 of their victories have come on the road, Jay. Well, let's shift gears. Let's talk a little bit. Obviously, you've been spending time in the bunker. It's gotten a little bit darker out a little bit sooner, so we're getting closer to playoff time. Talk to us about what you've been seeing as we're starting to approach out of the mid-season realm and into the back half, and we're turning our attentions to the playoff picture.
Right, yeah, right. I guess while we mentioned the St. Elizabeth's a big game, they're currently in the 8th position tie with Dickinson, and they beat Dickinson head-to-head, so they have that tiebreaker over them. But, there's teams behind them like Glasgow that is loaded up with bonus points, and Glasgow finishes the seasons with, I think 3 winnable games.
Right.
So, at some point, St. E's is going to have to win some of these games, and a big win here tonight can swing the momentum their way. Meanwhile, Tattnall, they're fighting for the number 1 seed with a Brandywine team. Right now, Tattnall has it. Brandywine's coming on strong. They got a big game against Polytech this week. But we've always said that the 2A has been the most competitive division. This year, I think 1A is going to compete with them for a competitive decision. And I think all 4 of those quarterfinal games are going to be, have potential where any team in this 1A can come out and win it.
It should be a fun one for sure. There's no doubt as we come down towards the end of the season, Jay, and playoff picture's starting to become a little bit more clear. That's for sure, Jay.
Exactly, and I was looking at the 3A. A team like Smyrna right now, they're tied with William Penn for that last spot, and but they have a chance to be a top 2 and win the automatic, but they don't have easy games left. Cape Henlopen, who they have this week, and then they finish the season at the Castle against
Sussex Central.
Sussex Central. That could be for second place or first or second place in that district. And then you got teams like Appoquinimink that are on the bubble, William Penn on the bubble.
Well, that was it. I mean, that was something
So,
we talked about last night. I know you talked about some teams that were first two in, first two out type of deal, and that's always fascinating.
Yeah, it really is. And St. George's and St. Mark's, who are also outside, they have big games. Everyone's coming down. These are some must wins. For some of these teams, and 2A is wide open after Caravelle. I mean, Caraville's got that top spot, I think, locked up.
Yeah,
3 weeks to
I'd
go.
say.
But after from 2 through 8, I mean, they're up for grabs, and district titles are up for grabs, and it's going to be awesome. So I can't wait for it. Can't wait for as we get down here in the final weeks of the season.
For sure, Jay. And looking around the state, the rest of the weekend, we got some good matchups coming up. I mean, especially on our network. What's kind of standing out to you outside of this one, as this one will kick off a fun weekend of football?
Oh, it's a big weekend of football.
Yep.
I mean, tomorrow here you got Middletown, Salesian. The winner of that is probably going in the driver's seat for District 1. They're both undefeated in the district coming in. Senior night here at Sally's. They're 4-0 at home. A Middletown team with tons of talent coming here. Middletown lost the regular season game at home to Sally's last year, so it's really good. And big weekend. Archmere Howard here on Saturday night.
Yep.
That's for District 2, the District 2 lead in the 2A. You got Sussex Central Dover, which Delaware Live will be bringing you tomorrow night. That's a big game. Lots, like you said, this is a weekend where district titles could be win or loss on games decided this weekend.
It's a fun weekend of football, and we're glad you're with us here on Delaware Live Sports here tonight. We'll take a commercial break. When we come back, kickoff between Tatnall and St. Elizabeth live from Abessinio Stadium.
High Five Hospitality, founded in 2004 when three guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise to Delaware. To date, they operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings in Delaware and Maryland. Also the Stone Balloon and Limestone Barbecue. And let's not forget Eggspectation and 5 Jersey Mikes throughout Delaware. High Five Hospitality's mission is to operate 5 brands that serve high-quality products with exceptional hospitality.
I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all this seating now and the big table, the bench seats, it's great. I love coming home and just walking through the laundry room into the kitchen every day. It was just a great experience. We love Ferris. I would always...
First State Orthopedics statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer.
And it's a lovely, lovely October 26th night here at Abessinio Stadium. You wouldn't know any difference. It's still 70 degrees as we are set to kick off here between St. Elizabeth and Tattnall. Tattnall won the toss, elected to defer and received in the second half. So St. E's will start with the football. Patrick Ariani's Jason Winchell with you here. Jay, give me a key for both teams in this one as we set ready for the opening kickoff of this week.
Yeah, I think for St. E's, they're going to have to try and find a way to contain number 2. Not as easy as it looks. And for Tattnall, I think they want to try and score early and often against St. E's here.
And we shall see how this thing goes. On the kick it is Micah Stamper, tremendous senior athlete here for Tattnall. He can make some things happen. He'll kick this one away. Ball is retrieved. And the Vikings looking to bring this ball across up to the 30-yard line. Will go Jackson Davis, the senior. And that's where the Viking offense will begin with the freshman leading the team out onto the field, number 15, Cole Andrews. And this kid's got a bright future ahead of him, Jay.
He really has. At the beginning of the year, we thought it was going to be someone else, a quarterback, and he came in that first game against Archer. He came out on that opening drive and completed 3 passes, led St. E's down to the early lead to get there against Archmere, and he really had a fantastic season. And like you said, only a freshman. He makes good, quick decisions, and he's very, precise on where he wants to go with the football.
Absolutely, and he's 12 touchdowns already this season for the young man. Vikings will start with an offset there, and it's going to be a false start. That would be a power I formation. But they look like there was movement up front, Jay, on the Vikings.
There was, and it's that's one thing I think St. E's needs to clean up this week. Last time I was here at Abessinio, they had a lot of penalties in that game against Wilmington Charter.
And that'll move back to a 1st and 15 here for the Vikings.
When you're playing a team like Tatnall, you can't start in the hole here. You want to try and stay ahead of the chains.
And motion man comes across. They'll give this one off. And this is Jihad Brown. That ball's stripped away. It's loose. It's picked up by Stamper, and he will score a defensive touchdown on the second play of the game for the Hornets. 6-0 Tattnall on top.
And you said Tattnall deferred, and that's the reason why they deferred. They have a lot of faith in this defense, and it comes up big with a scoop and score, and the Hornets jump on to an early lead here on the road.
Stamper, the standout two-way senior for the Hornets, just being an athlete there. I mean, a lot of times they teach you just fall on the football. No, not when you can do that.
No.
Pick it up and take it in.
Take it to the house and get your team the early lead.
And Jay, there's a little bit of history here between these two programs. St. E's, of course, knocked that Tattnall out of the playoffs a couple of years ago after a great story for the Hornets, and last year they got eliminated in the semifinal round as well.
Yeah. Yep. And all the games, regular season game here last year was close too.
Yeah.
And St. E's pulled away at the end. I think Benson now scored Le Mans in that game.
That extra point's going to be no good. 6-0. Tattnall on top.
That looked like one of my golf shots. It just went straight up in the air and it's stuck on the green.
That's it, man. It's like another out of another bunker.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jay. So there's a little bit there. I mean, I think Tattnall, senses it. There are a lot of seniors on this team that have been through the battles the last few years, and kind of like trying to get your big brother out of the way. You finally feel like you've outgrown him. This is a big opportunity for them,
It's
honestly.
a big thing, and at the beginning of the year when we did our Super Sevens, we had some people had St. E's, some people had Tattnall.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the reason a lot of people had Tattnall is because they've been able to compete with St. E's the last few years, even though they fell up short. So, I think this is they're coming in here with a little extra motivation too. They're 6-1, but they know that them and Charter are the two undefeated teams in the class, and they got to stay undefeated They meet Wilmington Charter next week, and that game could be winner take all in the district.
There's a squib kick, and it'll be fielded and just fallen on there by, I believe that's number 11, Cole Soto. And the Vikings, similar field position here with their second possession of the game. 30-yard line.
Yeah, now, Coach Lemon, who's done a fantastic job there. I'm sure he gathered the guys together and said, all right, first play's over. Let's regroup and try and get some positive plays and to get us going here. I think he senses how important this game is, too.
Right, I talked to him briefly before the game, and he definitely voiced that message that this is one that they feel like they got to play a clean football game, not the start that they were looking for, but let's see what they do here. Once again, a little bit of an offset, lined up double tight end backfield. They go up the middle with the run, and that's a good first down run, 9 yards. I believe that's Ryan McCormick, and it is on the carry. McCormick, a standout on the defensive line and linebacker, and now they're looking to give him the football, maybe try to create a little bit of some power run game.
Yeah, and that's the thing you got to do against this Tattnall team. You got to mix it up and try and keep them off balance. And that was a good run on first down and picked up 10 as they moved the chains. Look at that chain crew down there, Pat.
There's a gentleman down there who's got a brand new knee, and he's looking pretty darn good, that's for sure. Young man in the pink shirt, a.k.a. my father. He's doing his best down there. All right, here's the first down carry again. This is a good run. That's, I believe, Gavin Andrews on the carry. 5-6 yard gain for him, and he's going to be a guy, he's kind of their X factor. He's the guy they look to get the football into the hands of, Jay. Difference maker on the year. 9 total touchdowns for him.
Yeah, and like you say, he's a great receiver too. That is, that they look for, and he can mix it up. He can do some running plays, and like you said, he's gonna be key today, I think.
Second down and 5. The Vikings again, double tight end set with a power I formation. They give it back to McCormick. He looks to stay up the middle. He does so. He's going to pick up about 2 yards, 3 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 1. Patience.
Yeah.
Looking for his hole.
That's what you want to do. You need some little patience. He gets it. Brings up 3rd and short. These are going to be the key downs.
Well, and there's a young man, McCormick, that this is the first week that I've seen the young man featured in the backfield. Who did the Milford game a few weeks ago. Perhaps a little bit of a different look here from the Vikings. Again, set up in that eye. They go back to McCormick. He falls forward. First down carry there for the Vikings.
That's going to be key.
So early game plan here. St. E's bringing it in tight and look to use their power in the run game.
Yeah. I like this answer by St. E's. You give up, turn the ball over, they take it back to the house. And what you do, you've come back and gotten 2 first downs on this drive, and you're getting that running game going.
Motion man. They give it back to, this is Andrews. Shakes one, but that's about it. Gang tackle led by Stamper, as well as number 0, Justin Smith. No yard gain there on first down. First time Tattnall's really kind of pushed back here on this drive.
It really did. It was a great play. And a host of Hornets made that tackle, like you said, and that's going to be key for them.
They'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Jihad Brown back onto the field after the fumble. He'll be featured in the backfield here. Another double tight end set. And here's the play action pass. Soto steps up, he avoids one, and that's it. He'll be brought down in the backfield. Number 8, R.J. Moore, the junior, comes in to clean it up. Big time sack to force a 3rd and long from the Hornet defense.
It seemed like the Hornets defense knew the play better than St. E's, man. They were in there. He didn't even have a chance to try and throw that ball. He was, as soon as he went back there, he was trying to avoid tackle after tackle after tackle. And like you said, eventually they get the sack and brings up 3rd and long. And these are, I think, the plays that Coach Lemon was trying to stay out of.
It looked as though it was 51. Jack Homer was the initial pressure off the edge. Was able to make him miss, but not more. So here you go. 3rd down and about 15 for St. E's. They'll go with a reverse. Jihad Brown up the middle. He's got a chance for a 1st down yardage. He's got it. And down the sideline he goes. Steps out of bounds inside the 20. 1st and 10 in the red zone for the Vikings. How about that? A run on 3rd down to get the first.
What a play call. And it was a kind of like you said, it was kind of like a reverse or end around, whatever you want to call it. You gave it to Brown, who you can see is a speedster. I know he had that fumble, but he made up for it there. A good run. Picks up positive yards and gives St. E's is in the red zone here.
1st down and 10 at the 18 after the big run from Brown. Yeah, coach giving the ball right back to him after a turnover, and he made a difference.
And also, for St. E's, this is key because it's kept Lamons off the field.
That it has. They'll go back to Brown. Is up the middle. Picks up maybe 2. Tackle made by Justin Smith, the senior interior lineman.
That's a great play there by Smith.
Picks up 3. 2nd down and 7 for the Vikings. And here you go. So, we did a game last week, Jay. Del Castle and Charter. And
yes.
Charter, who's pitched 5 consecutive shots, they bent quite a bit, but they never broke.
No.
And here's Tattnall's opportunity. Okay, we gave up a big play. Can they force a 4 and out now down in the red zone?
Right, exactly right.
Andrews, the motion man. That ball's bobbled and loose. And let's see who fell on it, Jay. St. E's football. They're lucky. Put the ball on the turf again.
Yeah. Like you said, at least this time they've fallen in and maintain possession, but sets up now 3rd and 8. And one thing, we've seen some St. E's games this year. They have a kicker now, I hear.
I heard the same thing.
From the soccer team, the goalkeeper. Is supposed to be, from what I heard, on the roster now. So they'll know his range or if they'll try and kick one, but before they always used to go for 2. So
I see Justin Bazo, who is the young man, over there with the kicking block. We'll see what happens. Soto back to pass, makes one man miss. He's rolling back, he's scrambling. This is Donovan McNabb a la Monday Night Football. Was he over the line? He tosses it for Andrews. It's incomplete. Can't hit his brother, but I think he was over the line.
I think he was too. And
or there's linemen downfield.
Yeah,
either one.
Either one. I think the lineman downfield, Tattnall will probably decline. If it's the other one where he goes, that's a loss of down and a penalty.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see where they go with. Heck of a play. He's got to make the decision maybe a step or 2 sooner.
And it was a legal forward pass, so that is a loss of down. And I think they take the 5 yards, so it's going to bring up 4th and long now for the Hornets.
4th and 14. And perhaps for your first high school kick, you don't want to go with a, 37-yarder. Maybe you want to get them a little bit closer for that.
Yeah.
There you go. Tattnall opportunity to get off the field after giving up a big play. Trips to the near side. Soto. Oh, that ball's nearly intercepted. It's dropped incomplete. And that'll be a turnover on down. Andrews was looking for his brother there, but the eyes of the quarterback were read by Jaden Miner. We talked about him in the pregame, and he came right through, nearly had an interception.
What a play. Like you say, he read the eyes perfectly, and I think if he gets that, he had a lot of green in front of him.
So now the first chance we get to see today, superstar, Rashawn Lamons. 5'7", but boy, can he make some people miss. 24 total touchdowns on the season. He'll keep it on this one. Takes one cut, and he could be gone. Across midfield, and he is just running away from the defense. One touch, 80 yards, touchdown, Hornets.
Is he special or what, man? What a play there. He made one move, and then he was gone, Pat. And Saints kept him off the field for 6.5 minutes. His first touch, he went the distance.
Yeah, we said it. The Vikings, if they have a struggle this year, it's tackling.
Yeah.
And he is not the guy you want to see with the ball in his hands, because he can break even the best tacklers in the state down. And he did so right there. Rashawn Lamons, one touch, 80 yards, 12-0 Tattnall.
I hope some colleges or coaches are looking at him, because, man, he's special. Kind of like Benson, right? They're like you said,
similar build.
Smaller side. A lot of people look at that size, but man, what they make up for it, and they have the heart.
They're going to go. This is going to be a keeper around the outside. He's in. I think he's in. No, they're going to say he stepped out. They're going to say he stepped out. That was Chris Gordon trying to get in. So 2 extra point opportunities for Tattnall are denied. However, they hold a 12-0 lead now after the 80-yard Lamons run. But yes, I'm with you with Lamons. I mean, yes, he's a slight build in terms of height, but I mean, he's put some weight on the last
He really
year.
has.
You can see that.
You know, and to me, you know, he's learned a new position, which, you know, it's got to help, you know, him focus on, you know, he's focusing on other stuff now at practice, and he just makes moves. And like you said, one of the things, Saints' problems this year has been tackling, and try tackling him is not an easy job.
Absolutely. And he is a load to bring down. Tattnall again with the squib kick. Saints going to come up. This is Soto again. And he'll be tackled right at about 36, 37-yard line. And before you can blink, the Vikings down 12-0 here. Vikings out onto the field. Decent drive the last time, highlighted by a big run from Jihad Brown on the reverse.
Yeah.
Unable to convert in the red zone. Back to that power I formation, or offset I formation. They'll give it to McCormick up the middle. He's across the first down yardage near midfield, and they're going to give him to midfield. 12-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, and again, another good run. And St. E's is getting their ground game going on certain plays.
That they are.
You know, so that kind of it's got to make Coach Lemon happy on that side of the ball.
It's a team that hasn't given up many points.
No.
Aside from the McCain game, which was out of hand, and they gave up 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
But they scored 55.
Right.
Outside of that game, they've given up a combined only 22 points. So they've given up 42 points on the year. 20 of them were in one game.
Yeah, and then the other one, like you said, the 22.
Oh, you're right. I read that wrong. There you go. That's maybe that's going to be a loss too. You're right. I read that wrong. They did give up 22
against
Friends.
Friends. Yeah,
right.
But again, that's 218, the defending champs. I saw Friends last weekend.
Yep.
Against a good Woodbridge team, put up 20 plus points. They can score. You know, it was also the first game under the new coach. You know, so Tattnall was probably working some things out. But you're right, their defense is good. They don't give up many points. Kind of remind me like Charter, and they're trying to clean up some of these big runs that the Vikings have been able to get early in this one.
2nd down and 12. Again, the Vikings in the tight set. give it back to McCormick. He's tripped up at midfield. Otherwise, he had a big lane to run right there.
He did.
That's about a 3-yard gain. We'll bring up 3rd down and 9 for St. E's. As we approach the 3-minute mark of the first quarter. Vikings single back, 2 receivers to the near side here. Motion, there's the reverse again to Jihad Brown. 1 man to miss, he can't do it. Tell you what, heck of a job coming up and making a tackle there by Billy Lang, number 9, the sophomore. That's a big time tackle to prevent a first down run.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, that's a good tackle. You know, St. E's had that play, their big gainer, same type of play. That time he stayed at home, 1-on-1, and made a great tackle.
4th down and 5. The Vikings are going for it.
Yeah, I think when you're playing a team like Tattnall, you're down, you can score and score in bunches. You know, maybe you're trying to answer them point for point. You know, you don't need to keep these possessions alive.
Tattnall got to watch the hard count here. And they jumped.
Yep.
There it is. Saw the motion man Andrews,
yep.
And they jumped. That should give the Vikings a first down at the 40. It will. First down and 10. Fresh set of downs for St. E's as we approach the 2-minute mark of the first quarter.
Yeah, you heard the coaches and fans in front of us say, got to watch the ball in that situation. It's in front of you. It's so tempting now.
Mm-hmm.
You're used to seeing them go on another count, and you want to make that play.
Andrews in motion. Give this one to Brown. He makes one cut up the middle, makes a man miss. Looking to rip the ball out again. That's just smart by Stamper. Can't quite get it. And I think that might be first down yardage, close to the 30-yard line. And it is.
I love the second effort, the third effort of him, but he's got to protect that ball because, like you said, Tattnall is realizing that, and they're trying to rip the ball out from him. And I think that's kind of how he fumbled the first time. He was fighting for some extra yards.
1st and 10 at the 30. Again, the Vikings have been able to move the football in this one.
Yeah, Tattnall's one run offensive play.
I know.
It went 80 yards.
Back to Brown. Follows his blockers. Not much room there. Maybe 1. Maybe 1 yard. Tackle led there by number 51, Jack Homer. Second down and 9.
You know, I think this is a key drive here, Pat. I think St. E's definitely needs some points on this drive.
I think they absolutely need to score points, Jay. I think you're spot on with that. They go to McCormick. Ball's on the turf. And the Vikings luckily fall on top, but it's going to be 3rd down and long. That's the 3rd fumble of the game.
Yeah, you know, and they've recovered 2 of them. You know, they saved 2 of them. But ball security, it's got to be better.
That'll be it. First quarter is in the books, 12-0. Tattnall scores on a scoop and score on the second play of the game. And then an 80-yard Rashawn Lamons touchdown on his first touch and the only offensive play for Tattnall in the quarter. 12-0 after 1 quarter of play. We'll be back after this.
Your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution, we are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
And we're back here, folks. Delaware Live Sports. We're at Abessinio Stadium. Tattnall and St. E's in a Class 1A battle. 12-0 after one. Tattnall on top, Jay. And St. E's is playing the ground and pound game, trying to control the clock. Unfortunately, they've given Tattnall 6 points due to a fumble.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the one Tattnall play also went 80 yards to the house, and we're down 2 scores. But, you know, I mentioned it earlier in one of the games we did, Howard Newark. Newark's key to stop Howard from scoring all his points, have ball control offense, and that's kind of what St. E's is doing here in the first quarter.
Pass play. Andrews going deep, looking for his brother. He's got him. Touchdown. What a throw. Cole Andrews to Gavin Andrews. And just like that, St. E's is on the board on the wheel route. 12-6. Big time play. Look, you lull them to sleep with the run, Jay, and they hit him deep. That's a beautiful play.
It really was a well-designed play right after the end of the quarter, and what a throw and what a catch, a good pitch and catch. And like you said, the brother connections know what they're doing.
And the extra, it looks like the Vikings are going to go for 2 here. Cole Andrews rolls out. He's looking. He's got him, man. He's going to look to run. Is he in, or did he get pulled down short? He did. I'll tell you what, heck of a job there by Ben Marvin to stop him from getting in. It looked like he was for sure going to make it. And just like that, it's 12-6. It's an under-the-radar stop there on that 2-point conversion, Jay.
Yeah, it really was. And a good stop. Like you said, I thought maybe we were going to see the place kicker. But, again, a good answer there for the Vikings. They get the touchdown. What a throw, by the way, and pitch and catch. And just like that, like you said, now it's a 12-6 game.
Well, and that's what they needed if you're a fan of the Vikings. Now, the question of the night's going to be, are they going to be able to stop this high-powered Tattnall offense? They've been waiting and salivating. Only one offensive play for the Hornets. Finally going to get a chance here. This is Stamper on the return. He gets up to about the 36-yard line, and there's play number 2 for the Tattnall offense.
You know, Lamont comes over and gets the play. That's probably something new for him too, right? You know, have to come over and get the play after.
All right, first or second chance of this Tattnall offense is Lamont in the backfield. 2 receivers to the far side. He'll give this one off. And powerful run for a first down by R.J. Moore, Jay. He just ran through a tackler for 11 yards.
He did. Like you said, you described that so perfectly. What a power run for him. And he picks up the first down.
Now no huddle coming here from Tattnall. They're already lined up, ready to go.
And they're not wasting any time.
Lamont brings man in motion. They stop, and St. E's jumped. They definitely jumped on that. Well, the question is and it is. So 1st and 5 on the hard count. Motion man was Chris Gordon on the play.
Yeah, like you said, you know, you saw St. E's jump, and now you pick up 1st and 5.
Same formation, 2 receivers to the far side. Lamont, he's going to keep this one. He's got lead blockers. It's across the 40. This could be trouble for the Vikings. Across the 30, the 20. He's got a couple men to beat. He crosses midfield. He's down to the 5. First and goal, Tattnall. 2 touches and over 100 yards for Rashawn Lamont.
And he, heard the fans say right in front of him. He was patient on that. Waited for the holes to develop and then hit them. And what a special run.
Special player.
He really is. I know my Marty, he's sort of listening. I think he agrees with me that he's been saying it all year. That if he had a vote, Lamont would be his player of the year, and I'm the same way.
Timeout Tatnall. They want to talk this one over, and up 12-6 here. They want to make sure they have the right personnel set in there, Jay.
Yeah, like you said, with St. E's now on the board and only up 6 points. Want to make sure you have everything right as you set up first and goal here. But, again, a great answer for Tattnall. St. E's gets on the board, and a couple plays later, and they're down the field.
Yeah, it's a tough offense to stop, especially, and we haven't even seen it yet, and we may not see it tonight. Lamont's can throw the football, Jay.
Yeah.
As we said, 412 yards passing and 8 touchdowns in 4.5 games. He can throw the ball now.
Yeah, he definitely can.
Looks like we're going to get trips to the far side, 2 receivers to the near side, spread out for Lamont. And they're going to give a handoff here, and that's going to be an easy touchdown on the carry. That was Stamper. Touchdown, Tattnall, as Micah Stamper gets on the board there. His 2nd touchdown of the game. He had to scoop a score earlier. Now scores on the offensive side.
Yeah. Great and a good answer for Tattnall as they go right down the field. With 10-20, 10:28 left. They're on pace for their 50, right? Close to it. Again. I'm gonna go for 2 here, I think.
Lamont. And why not? That's what I would do on my 2-point conversion as well. He puts it in there. 20-6, Tattnall on top. And what we thought was going to be a challenge for the Viking defense has been.
Really has, and he's been a challenge for a lot of defenses in the state this year. And a good start for this one for him here tonight. Like you said, I think he touched the ball. He had 2 runs and over 100 yards and a touchdown, and he's also got help from his other teammates with a couple big runs. And this offense is going to be hard to slow down, and I can't wait for next week to see this offense go against the Charter defense. I think that could be special.
It's the unstoppable force against the immovable object is what that is.
Exactly right.
It's really what it is. We'll see what happens this week, but it's been 5 consecutive shutouts for Charter. Tattnall has put 40 up in already 4 consecutive games, 50 in 3 consecutive games. Gavin Andrews up near midfield. It's where the Vikings will take over, 1st and 10. And if the Vikings are going to want to stay in this one, it's going to have to be a shootout. It's going to have to turn into a track meet.
Yeah, it really is going to have to, because right now they have no answers for that Tattnall offense. And like you said, they need to move the ball. The last 2 times they had it, one resulted in a touchdown, one a turnover on downs.
Vikings go right back to the ground game. It's Jihad Brown. He's around the outside. Picks up about 3 yards on 1st down there. Second down actually ends up being about 4 yards there, Jay.
Yeah, you'll take that for saying he's 4 yards on first down.
Under 10 minutes to go. Second quarter, actually it's 20-6, Tattnall on top. Vikings clearly on the ground and pound attack here. Go back to Jihad Brown. He's up the middle. He's got first down yardage and more. Breaks a tackle down close to the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikings again. They've been able to push the ball down the field.
I really have, and again, another strong run for Brown. Second effort, picks up more yards, and I've really been impressed. This is probably I've seen these about 4 times this year, and this is the best I think their offense has looked.
Well, and it seems like they've stripped it down and have gone simplistic.
Yep.
North-south run game as opposed to trying to spread the ball out. First down run. Jihad Brown up the middle, and there's not much room. Tattnall defense up early like the rooster in the morning. Was not allowing that play to get going. 2-yard gain.
Yeah, it was a really nice play. Like you said, they were going to run, so Tattnall's going to try and key on that. And that was a good play.
Second down and about 7 or 8 for the Vikings here. The key here, Tattnall gets the ball out of the half, Jay. So that you're down 2 scores, and what you're trying to do is limit the offensive touches. You're not really at that game plan. You're not really in a good script right now. You'd have to come up with a stop or a turnover to flip it if you continue to, if you can score on your end. That one, not much there at all. 3rd down and 8, or 3rd down and 7 for the Vikings.
Big 3rd down play here.
Andrews, motion man, he'll get it. Gavin Andrews cuts up the middle. Not much room. Great work getting off the block and securing a tackle by Jack Homer.
Yeah, you said it perfect. He was, he's blocked on the play, but he was able to get off the block and make a solid tackle. Good wrap up, and sets up a big 4th down play here. And you hear the fans saying, "Watch the ball."
4th and 5. I mean, it's a little bit more than 5.
Yeah, but you don't want 4th and 1 instead of 4th and 6. So he's taking some time to get this play in. Interested to see if Lemon calls a timeout here.
We'll see. Empty in the bag, and there's going to be the timeout you were looking for. They were late getting that ball out there.
Yeah, this is a big play. I like the timeout there. When that back judge starts going up with the hand, why rush it? It's called timeout. Set it up. This is a key 4th down play, like you said. Because right now you have no answers for the Hornets offense.
Correct. And right now you're trying to chase scores. And, it's been vanilla so far from Tattnall offensively. They can definitely open the playbook if need be. So you have to be extremely efficient on offense if you're St. Elizabeth. So I think you're right, Jay. I think taking the time out here is important.
Yeah, it really is key. And like you said, teams I currently have in the 8th position. But, a win here tonight possibly gets them in that top 2 conversation in the district in the auto bid. But, more importantly, the points for beating the Tattnall team is really big. Still have a chance, but I think this is a game that Coach Lemon really wants them to see them compete in and try and get that W.
Absolutely. Yeah, it'll be big for them. as you alluded to, the confidence. So this is Andrews, not much room. He scrambles away again. He's going to launch this one deep. It's caught by Jihad Brown. That's caught for a first down. What a play. What a play.
One official saying it hit the ground now.
The
The
back judge.
And
He's going to overturn. I think he may overturn them. Saying he saw it hit the turf. So turnover on down, and you can see Coach Lemon's not going to be happy about that. And they had moved the spot. They're going to have to move that ball back to the line of scrimmage if it was incomplete. So how about that? It looked like it was a catch from here. Obviously, we were shielded.
Yeah.
Back judge had a good view on it.
And I could hear, Tattnall was pointing to the ground. They said it was hit the ground. It took the back judge a little time to get in from his position. But, he had the call right away. And, that's good job by the officials, letting him, who probably had the best view of it.
That's a big stop there for Tattnall. They can really put their footprint on this game here. Receiving the second half kickoff as well, up by 2 scores. Offense has looked extremely good to start this one off, Jay.
I think they got they're going to have to move the chains here because it should be 1st and 10 Tattnall, right?
Well, and that's what they got to discuss you can see where the officials got it lined up. It's just you just got to get the chain there, the marker down there.
Yeah, and that's what he eventually did. That was almost one heck of a great catch there by Brown, man. He went upstairs, knew he was going to take the hit, and I think when he hit the ground, unfortunately the ball came loose. But
yeah, the hit jarred it loose for sure. And now here we go. We get to see Rashawn Lamons once again. He'll take the snap. He'll give this one off. And across the 30, and that's where progress will be stopped. That ball's loose. They're going to say he's down.
So he hit the
progress
ground.
That's R.J. Moore on the carry. They're going to say forward progress is probably stopped,
right,
is what I'm assuming here.
Exactly right. So it's up 2nd, 4, like you said. So good gain on 1st down.
And now there's the first throw, and it's knocked down. So there's the first throw attempt from Lamons. And I'll tell you what, that's Jackson Davis getting a hand up to knock that away.
Yeah, that's what did they teach you as a lineman? Get that hand up.
If you can't get to the sack, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Get that hand up, and he did, and knocks it down. I thought great effort there by both players after that ball was knocked down. Just in case that was a backwards pass, they all went to try and get on the football, and that's, again, heads-up play, even though it was called incomplete.
Yeah, give that one again. That's going to be a first down run. As that was, again, R.J. Moore on the carry. Lamons back to throw. Oh, pressure coming. He makes a man miss. He's going deep. Incomplete. Looking for Stamper.
Tell you what, he zipped that ball pretty good, didn't he?
He did.
That had some mustard on it. Oh, wow.
How about the move? Just Mike Vick level quickness.
Oh, man. I was like, oh, man, he doesn't have any time to throw that ball. That made the defender disappear.
Now you see him, now you don't. Second down to 10.
I like him mixing in some pass plays here. Keeps that defense honest.
Trying to showcase the talents of this offense. Well, you got the run in the back pocket.
Yep.
And here it is. And they swarm to Lamons, and he nearly breaks free, but he won't. Holding on there was McCormick.
He was holding on for his dear life there. But that's how you have to.
Lamons comes up limping.
And that's what you have to do, right? Grab him around the ankle and try not to let go. But, yeah, you're right. It's good to see him running towards the sideline to get the play.
Slowed up perhaps a little bit. I mean, 4 guys were around him, and
Yeah.
he nearly broke out of it.
Yeah. That's where you know, as a coach of the offense team, you're praying they don't play blow the whistle too quickly. As a player like him can make something out of nothing.
Third down and 11 for Tattnall here. Running the play clock down pretty close. They get it off. Lamons off the edge, and he's got first down yardage and more. Rashawn Lamons is in the open field, and that's trouble for the Vikings. Trying to break through. He gets down to the 35-yard line. Big time run on 3rd and long. Good luck stopping that young man.
Yeah. 3rd and 11 is not a problem for the Tattnall offense when you have number 2 back there. And then he's fighting for extra yards, you know. You're seeing it all from him. You're seeing the speeds. You're seeing the agility. You're seeing the toughness. He's displaying it all tonight for the fans watching in attendance and watching on our stream.
If you're going to tackle him, you can't let him get the full speed.
No.
You got to get him before he can get those feet moving, which is easier said than done.
Absolutely.
Takes the snap. Gives it back to Moore. He's going around the outside. He's tackled. He'll get down to the 30. It's a 5-yard gain. Tackle made by number 14, the sophomore Terrence Williams.
And I like how, you know, the Tattnall's approaching this offense here. It's not Lamons every time. Like you said, they're mixing it up, throwing some passes. They're keeping that Vikings defense, looking for other plays and just a run by number 2.
Approaching 3 minutes to play here in what's been a pretty quickly paced first half due to the amount of runs we've seen.
Really has. Kind of reminds me of our game last week, Charter and Delcastle. That first half flew by. I think the halftime was longer than the whole first half.
And that's going to be potentially, let's see, is this a delay of game? I don't know. Or false start. False start against Tattnall here. So that'll push it back to a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, we haven't seen too many flags here tonight, but a couple offsides and now that full start wipes out that 5-yard run on first down.
Motion man comes, Lamons. He'll keep this one. Breaks through one. Actually, that's Stamper. Stamper across the 30 to 25. First down yardage, and he'll get out of bounds inside the 20. 1st and 10. Hornets, who, again, are in scoring position.
Yeah, again, nice play. But, again, another broken tackle. And like you said, that's been the Vikings' problem this year. And picks up the first down and gets out of bounds, and Tattnall's in business again. And like you said, they're going to get the ball to start the second half.
That they will. Right now trying to finish off the half with a score and take a 3-score lead into halftime. Empty the backfield. Although it's not a true empty backfield because Lamons can run. He bobbles the snap. That ball's loose. Did the Vikings coming up with it?
I think they did. They
did. And I'll tell you, that's what if St. East is what they needed. Because they haven't been able to stop this offense. They needed a turnover. It's Chase Milnes coming in to get the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's
rare turnover there.
That's what you needed, right? You know, like you said, and that's a heads-up play. When that ball hits that turf, you got to go after it, and he did, and picks it up. And now, if you're St. E's, maybe this could change the tide a little bit.
2:08 and 2 timeouts left. Right now, if you're Tattnall, you got to be aware of the deep shot. After the quick change of possession, it's a very common time to take a shot.
Yeah. Like you said, right after a turnover, that's just sometimes when you try and hit that home run.
Andrews bobbled the snap. Did they give it back to him? Looks like he got right on top. So the 4th fumble by St. East.
Luckily, they've recovered 3 of them. 3 of their own. So, but now it brings up 2nd and long and just changes the whole drive concept.
Yeah, it does. Tattnall's got 2 timeouts in pocket as well. I mean, I'm sure they're content up 2 and about to get the ball back at half. Looks like they're going to tape up Lamons here. The ankle a little bit hobbled. Cole Andrews under center here. Takes the snap, gives it to Jihad Brown. He cuts it up, and he gets across the 25, picks up about 7-8 yards. And there's a timeout. Who's it by?
Thought it came from the Tattnall side, but maybe I'm wrong.
Let's see. Timeout Tattnall. So they're thinking about getting the ball back, maybe taking a last-second shot here with a quick strike offense.
It's about 3rd, short. If you could get a stop here, you got one more timeout, and you could get good field position. Or like you said, with their offense, they don't need much space. Big 3rd down play here.
Big 3rd down play for the Vikings, who are trying to keep this game within striking distance.
Tattnall cheerleaders firing up the side here, visitor side.
Give this one off up the middle for Brown. He gets the 1st down. And let's see what St. East does. They got 2 timeouts. Now, do they take one? And they do.
They do. And I think that was Lemon's key. We'll run a couple plays. If we don't get the 1st down and they don't call timeouts, we get in a break. But if we get a 1st down, let's use our timeouts and see what we can do. Like you said, Tattnall gets the ball to start the 2nd half, so.
Absolutely, and this has changed the trajectory of what they try to do here offensively.
I think you might see them try and take a shot or 2 down the field right now.
We shall see. 56 seconds to go. Right now, the ball's at the 33. They need a chunk play if they really want to consider something in terms of taking a shot.
Yeah, exactly right. And, and maybe they try and see if they can get one more big run and then.
Gotta keep an eye out for Gavin Andrews.
Yes.
He's the #1 target of his brother Cole.
He's
coming in motion. They'll give it to him on a speed sweep. He's got the edge. Coming up from the safety and making the play. I'll tell you, hell of a job there from Jude Maycole. He came up. He didn't make the tackle, but he got Andrews to slow down, which allowed Justin Smith to come up and make the tackle. Only a 4-yard, 5-yard gain on that play.
Yeah, like you said, that even though he didn't make the tackle, he made the play.
Andrews going to look for his brother. Hits him on a slant. Here comes Gavin Andrews. 1st down across midfield. And St. East are going to get up on the ball. They're going to get up on the ball. 26 seconds left.
Clock don't start till they set the
Clock
chains.
has started. We're tick, tick, tick. They rush up to the field. Chains are set. Andrews drops back. Going to look again. That ball's knocked down. Flag on the play. Let's see what this is. 15 seconds left now.
And if St. E's wasn't set. Interesting to see. It's the flag and the whistle both went at the same time while the play was still going on. Like it was late.
Let's see what they got here. A lot of discussion.
The players are right to play, but ref hasn't given it.
Now they're saying there was no inadvertent flag thrown. So that knockdown will stand. And that was Ben Marvin, number 44, that knocked the pass down. 15 seconds left.
They winded the clock.
I mean, it was an incomplete pass.
Yeah.
Why? That's bizarre. And Andrews will throw that away. That's probably going to be grounding. That may end the half. He's outside the box, but there was no receiver out there. And they're not going to throw the penalty bar. I don't know why the clock ran.
I don't know. I don't know why the referee singled because the flag ended the play, and I think that's what Coach Lemon is saying. There should be more time than the 3 seconds.
That's just bizarre to me. The pass was knocked down incomplete. Perhaps I don't have a grip on the rules, so forgive me, folks. 46 yards. This is Hail Mary territory now. Tattnall could probably pin the ears back and come after Andrews. This is where on the Madden play sheet you're going 4 verticals, and it's just a matter of what formation you're lined up in. Timeout, Coach Lemon and the Viking offense.
Yeah, and I think he's probably said the same thing. Or do you know if they're going to rush at you and they have people playing deep, do you try and a handoff where, he has some room to run, but then he's going to have to make some people miss. So it's an interesting call. I'm sure he's also telling them to protect the ball. And when the ball's up in the air, make sure if you're not going to catch it, knock it down so the defense doesn't intercept it and have a chance to make a play.
This will be interesting to see where they go with this.
And Tattnall, you're telling your defense, knock it down.
Right.
Knock it straight down. As we've seen in many games, that Hail Mary, you try and make a play sometimes, and it goes out of your hands and right into the receiver's hands.
Trips to the far side, single receiver to the near side. Defense way back. Andrews takes the snap. He'll get it away. It's incomplete, and that should do it, and it will do it for the half. Perhaps looking for a hook and ladder there.
I was thinking the same thing after seeing our top plays and red line.
Yep.
Executing that to perfection. Looked like maybe that's what St. E's was trying to do.
Well, here we are at the break. 20-6, Tattnall on top in a 1A matchup here. We'll take a commercial break right here. You're watching Delaware High School football on Delaware Live Sports.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's Fish Camp features seafood classics, coastal comfort food, and chef-driven specials that pair perfectly with our large selection of craft ales, curated wine list, and camp cocktails. Matt's offers indoor and outdoor dining and is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, happy hour with friends, or enjoy lunch at the Raw Bar. Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round. See you soon.
Wraps, signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target new customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326-2412. Again, Casty Graphics brings your advertising ideas to life.
First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com.
I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all this seating now and the big table, the bench seats, it's great. I love coming home and just walking through the laundry room into the kitchen every day. It was just a great experience. We love Ferris.
High Five Hospitality, founded in 2004 when three guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise to Delaware. To date, they operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings in Delaware and Maryland. Also the Stone Balloon and Limestone Barbecue. And let's not forget Expectation and 5 Jersey Mikes throughout Delaware. High Five Hospitality's mission is to operate 5 brands that serve high-quality products with exceptional hospitality.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood stew and fresh oysters from the raw bar. Fish On's recently renovated event room and is the perfect spot for your next event. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points, open 7 days a week, best happy hour around. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Soto Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Soto Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Soto Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out.
Welcome to Surf Bagel.
Surf Bagel has served the community in Delaware for over 20 years, providing fresh, hot bagels, breakfast sandwiches, lunch sandwiches, wraps, salads, local coffee and smoothies, and our iconic merch. Welcome to Surf Bagel. We're stoked to serve you.
Welcome to Surf Bagel.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
but have you tried Premier?
How you doing? My name's Mike Cassidy. I'm the founder and president of Cassidy Painting. I started back in 1984, incorporated in 1986. I never had the word no in my vocabulary. If someone called me to do a job, I always said yes. Whether it was a struggle, whether it was 7 days a week, sun up to sundown, it didn't matter. And with that philosophy, we were able to grow to the size we are. We employ close to 80 individuals.
We really enjoy being in the family business. I look forward to coming to work every day, and it's so nice to work with the people that we work with in the office. We've really become a family with them. We really create a family experience around here.
And Cassidy Painting is a very diversified company. We don't say no to anything. We deal with everything from epoxy floors to painting buildings to spray foam insulation, spray fireproofing. If it deals with a coating, we can handle it. So when our customers call and they're under the gun and they know the need to get a job done, they know who to call because we perform. We've always been performed. We've never been replaced out of 37 years of business. For any of your painting needs, we can handle it.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway next to Blue Coast Rehoboth, Thompson Island will follow the Sodell tradition of serving beautiful, simple food that will pair perfectly with our fresh homemade beer. Thompson Island is a perfect place to have dinner with your family, enjoy happy hour with friends at the bar, or spend a day in the beer garden playing bocce ball and ping pong. Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week. See you soon.
Your home, your community, It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution, we are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's Fish Camp features seafood classics, coastal comfort food, and chef-driven specials that pair perfectly with our large selection of craft ales, curated wine list, and camp cocktails. Matt's offers indoor and outdoor dining and is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, happy hour with friends, or enjoy lunch at the Raw Bar. Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round. See you soon.
Wraps, signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target new customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326-2412. Again, Cassidy Graphics brings your advertising ideas to life.
First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com.
I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all this seating now and the big table, the bench seats, it's great. I love coming home and just walking through the laundry room into the kitchen every day. It was just a great experience. We love Ferris.
High Five Hospitality, founded in 2004 when three guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise to Delaware. To date, they operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings in Delaware and Maryland. Also the Stone Balloon and Limestone Barbecue. And let's not forget Expectation and 5 Jersey Mikes throughout Delaware. High Five Hospitality's mission is to operate 5 brands that serve high-quality products with exceptional hospitality.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood stew and fresh oysters from the Raw Bar. Fish On's recently renovated event room and is the perfect spot for your next event. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points, open 7 days a week, best happy hour around. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodell Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Sodell Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Citadel Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out.
Welcome to Surf Bagel.
Surf Bagel has served the community in Delaware for over 20 years, providing fresh, hot bagels, breakfast sandwiches, lunch sandwiches, wraps, salads, local coffee and smoothies, and our iconic merch. Welcome to Surf Bagel. We're stoked to serve you.
Welcome to Surf Bagel.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon.
20-6 is your score at halftime here between Tatnall and St. Elizabeth. The Hornets on top here at Abessinio Stadium as we were joined here with Jason Winchell, Patrick Garianis. Thanks for tuning in here tonight. And Jay, taking a look down there at the first half, very clearly St. E's had a game plan. They wanted to come in, they wanted to chew clock, gave the football up, gave points to the board on Tatnall, and have been playing catch up ever since, and this Hornet offense looks as explosive as we anticipated.
It really has, and I like that game plan approach. There, one way limit Tattnall's offense, keep them off the field as much as you can. I like the approach, but you get that early turnover, and now you're chasing, and it makes it tough. And this Tattnall offense, like you said, they're impressive, they'll get the ball here to start the second half and try and add to the lead. And they had a chance there at the end of the game, at the end of the half, to possibly put this game away. And, they fumbled the snap, unfortunately. But St. E's, they had 20 minutes to go in there and regroup. And I think they're going to try and do much of the same here in the second half with the ball control offense and try and cut away at this lead.
Absolutely. It should be interesting to see how they go. To start out this half, I mean, the ball probably going to go right to number 2, try and get a 3-score lead here.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, they're going to get the ball to start the half. And you know what? We saw later in the half him starting to throw a couple attempts and, get some other runners involved. So trying to keep this Vikings defense all balanced if they can.
And Jay, you cover our volleyball programs throughout the state. We do have some news here. I got an update. Sanford.
Did they upset?
Beat Friends.
Mike was at that match earlier, and me and Mike were down at Kickoff the last couple days down the beach, and last night we're up and we're adding volleyball points, and Sanford is one of those teams on the bubble, and we looked at the remaining schedule. Friends is a potential 4-point win for them and a chance to get in. So congratulations to that program. That's a huge win for that Sanford program. And they finished the season with the defending state champs Tower Hill, who only has one loss to Ursuline.
Right.
But we had some interesting seedings. Mike and I are going to take the drive down to Dover on Sunday to be at that volleyball meeting in person as the seeding comes out. But yeah, it's a cool time of year. I've been adding up volleyball points, soccer points, football points, field hockey. I'm not even going to try. Congratulations to people that have to add up that try and figure out that mess.
Absolutely.
But I like it, and it's fun to do and to see where these teams are. But again, great for Sanford. Mike's over watching Padua Ursuline right now, or he'd be here you know,
Helping out, for sure.
watching his niece on her senior night. So
Oh, nice.
wishing her Allie Lang luck tonight against their rival Ursuline. That's a big match. We Mike had Padua sitting 7 and Ursuline sitting 6, both first round buys, and you know, if they end up in that seeding, they avoid St. Mark's in the quarterfinals because St. Mark's is surely the top seeded team right now.
Yeah, so there it is. There is an upset right there. Sanford getting the victory over Friends, led by head coach Sarah Cushing, who was a part of those great Padua teams.
I was just about to say that. You know, she's there. Emily Jerome, who was a big part of that Padua dynasty. She's back from Towson, coaching, helping out in Padua.
Nice.
It's good to see these kids go off to college, have successful careers in college, and coming back and coaching. Coaching these high school kids. During a timeout the other day, she took one of the Padua's hitters and did a little one-on-one coaching during the timeout with her. And then, the next 2 plays, she killed the ball really hard, and, it was a different player out there. So it's great to see.
Absolutely it is. And as we turn from the volleyball field the court back to the football field here, Jay. Tattnall on top 20-6, about to receive the second half kickoff. Give me an adjustment that both teams could make, or a key to the second half for both teams here as we get ready for second half action.
I think for St. E's, this opening defensive possession is key. Tattnall's moved the ball when they've had the ball. You're giving away the ball to start. You're down 14. I think this opening drive is key for Tattnall. Or for St. E's. I thought they had some success at the end of the half, more trying to gang tackle and go around the legs of Le Mans, see if they employ that a little bit. And if you're Tattnall, to me, I would just keep on mixing up the offense like they did at the end of the half. Let Le Mans throw the ball maybe a couple times. Let other people run in and, give St. E's a different look instead of Le Mans, and I think that's what they did great in the first half instead of having Le Mans carry it 20, 25 times.
Yeah, preserve the body, because you got bigger goals, as this season progresses, this Tattnall program. You do not want your number 1 guy getting wrapped up or rolled up in the bottom of a pile here. All right, so here we go, underway. There's the kickoff. It'll be fielded here by Stamper, and he is drilled right at the 26-yard line. I tell you what, Jihad Brown came up, and that may be the best tackle I've seen from St. E's in the 3-4 times that I've seen them. That was a great form tackle by Brown.
It was. It was a really great form tackle, and maybe that will get that defense going in the right direction with that. Watching him make a hit like that.
All right, so here we go. Tattnall offense coming out here for only, I believe, their fourth possession of the game.
Yeah, they scored on their first 2 before that turnover on that third possession.
Lamons will give this one off. This young man's had a good carry, too. This is R.J. Moore across the 40, tucks it high like Tiki Barber, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 25. Big run for the junior tailback.
Yeah, and they've had success on that play all game long, and another big run for him.
Oh, you got to respect Lamont so much, and he's been able to give this one off. R.J. Moore has had some great carries tonight as the secondary runner. Micah Stamper as well has contributed in the run game. And how about this? Big number 55 here. Destin Hoggard, the junior, had to go get the mouthpiece. He had to collect the mouthpiece. Going to have to get this young man a chance to catch his breath here.
Yeah, he
just ran 80 yards. And he gets a block on a linebacker. There's Lamons, first down yardage inside the 10, first down for the Hornets.
Yeah, and what a first 2 plays of the second half for Tattnall. They haven't missed a beat offensively here.
You get this one off. Oh, again, Moore. He has been running the ball with authority tonight.
He really has.
And he gets down close to first down yardage. They can pick a first down up without scoring, Jay.
Yeah, they can.
And get down to about the 2.
Thought he got out of bounds there, but the clock continues to run. See if they go back to Le Mans here, or they've had success with that play.
We'll see. Le Mans is alone in the backfield. Le Mans, he skates his way through, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Hornets. Le Mans, his second of the night.
Yeah. Again, great drive. Start the second half, and they did what they had to do. See if they go for 2 again.
And they will. Le Mans set up there. He'll take the snap. He's going to keep it. And he is stopped. Looks like they got him. They did. Led their number 55, Daniel Conkle, on the tackle. 26-6, Tattnall on top. That's about as easy and efficient as it can get.
Yeah, and again, a smart drive. They go right down the field and score. And then on a 2-point conversion, he got stopped short. But I like the fact that his knee hit before he extended the ball over, but he's still thinking of trying to extend that ball over the goal line as he's going down. But again, St. E's, they got to feel, all right, we held them off the 2-point. We're only down 20 here. We need an answer on this drive. And they've had good field position to start each of their drives, as Tattnall's been kicking those squib kicks off here tonight.
Absolutely. This is booted deep, so they're going to give this one Brown. Brown's going to have a chance. First real kickoff opportunity for the Vikings. And Jihad Brown gets across the 35. He's lifted off his feet. Flying in there. Was that Moore again? It was, man. He is all over the field, man. Physical from start to finish here from that young man.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. He's done it all offensively, defensively, and they're on the special teams with the big hit. Because it looked like Brown was picking up speed, and it looked like he had a little hole.
R.J. Moore. It's been a battering ram in this one.
See what St. E's does here. They've been running the ball because I think of that ball control, but they've had success when they've tried to throw the ball.
And this one, there's a play action pass. He's got a man deep. He's going to take a shot, coming back and nearly making the catch, but it falls incomplete. Cole Andrews looking for Jose Maldonado.
And he had a step down the field, like you said, Pat, and that ball was underthrown a little bit. He made a great job coming back to knock down the ball so it couldn't be intercepted, but that's a tough throw to make in high school, too. He's throwing that ball 40 yards, 45 yards down the field. But I do like the play call there.
A freshman, too. And I think St. E's going to have to take a timeout here. This is quite a bit of time.
And we saw this one time in the first half, and they had to call it.
Tattnall cheerleaders throwing out footballs after the touchdown. They nearly made it up to us, Jay, up here in the box.
I saw you had
the hands ready, just in case.
We had the good hands team in, ready to make the play.
Vikings lined up in that offset eye. And they jumped. There was a false start there up front on the line. Move it back 5.
But again, the linesman in the back, he was down to one hand signal left, and that causes I think the offense to jump a little bit. As you're saying, as a lineman, you're knowing that it's close.
2nd and 15. For the Vikings. They now trail 26-6 in this one. The touchdown was a long pass play.
Yeah, it was.
Andrews to Andrews. Cole Andrews, that ball's deflected and it falls incomplete. He's looking for his brother, Gavin Andrews, but that ball was knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Couldn't quite see who it was.
Yeah, again, you know what they say, if you can't get there, just throw your hands up, try and knock it down, deflect it, and they did.
Third and 15 here. As Marty Sheehan has been tuning in, he gave my my father down there on the chain gang an appropriate nickname, Miami Vice style, with the pink out shirt. It is October.
It is October. You know,
start calling him Stud. I'm gonna start calling him Stubbs. Yep. Back to football. Downfield incomplete. Wheel route. Jihad Brown intended receiver there. Cole Andrews incomplete, 4th and 15. But yeah, we got a wedding this weekend. I'm gonna start calling him. I'm gonna call him Stubbs all weekend, and he's gonna be very confused as to why he's being called Stubbs. But just know that Marty and now Jay and anyone else who's tuned in, we're all in on the joke.
Yep.
So it'll be funny. Punt formation for the Vikings. Cole Andrews in the punt, or I should say, stays in to punt. Snaps good off the edge. Oh, and they're going to throw. It's caught. And that's where the ball will be placed. That's going to be an illegal man downfield, more than likely. There's the penalty marker. Caught by Jackson Davis, but in an interior line. Obviously, the long snapper is all the way downfield. The forward pass is illegal at that point.
Yeah.
And he may have been covered up anyway. It may be illegal touching. It's definitely illegal man downfield. There it is. So that penalty's declined. Turnover on downs.
Yeah.
It's been that kind of night for the Vikings.
Right, and now you give Tattnall the ball at the
short field.
Yep, 35. Let's see what the Hornets do here. Lamont is giving out instructions to his offensive line here.
Lamont, give this one off. This is Stamper. He gets the edge. And there's a penalty marker. He's knocked out of bounds. So that's more than likely it's going to come back.
Yeah. And remember, this year it's from the line of scrimmage if it happens behind the play.
It's a slow developing play there. Waiting on the call, folks. I think that's a hold there,
yeah,
10 yards.
It was a holding penalty, and this year it's from, if it happens behind the line of scrimmage, it counted 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. But if it happens downfield, it's from the spot.
Interesting, Jay.
That's one thing was explained to me last week.
More on the carry. Runs through another tackle. This young man he is balling out here tonight. Picks up about 9.
Really is, and got almost the whole penalty yards back.
I'm impressed with this young junior, R.J. Moore. And we talked about Lamont here at quarterback is because of the unfortunate injury to Quinn Deviere. Now, he's only a sophomore, so he'll be returning next year, too. As Tattnall will be returning a few different. Obviously, they lose Lamont, they lose Stamper. But trying to get some other weapons featured. That's a tackle in the backfield. Carry was Gino Greer, a junior. Tackle made by number 55, Daniel Conkle.
Yeah, nice play by him. came up, made a great tackle, and now you set up 3rd and long. See if he throws the ball here, Pat.
Well, that's it. And again, I mean, he's 412 passing yards, 8 touchdowns. I'll tell you, he's got a high completion percentage.
Yep.
Going back through the statistics, you know, a lot of 3 for 5s, a lot of 4 for 5s, 7 for 8s.
Yeah,
there's a 4 for 10 in there, but that's okay. He's a running back.
Yeah.
He'll take the snap here. He's going to roll to the left. He's looking, spins the hips. Oh, he puts one up in the air. And it is it picked? It's incomplete. Tell you, Gavin Andrews was back there in coverage.
Great coverage by Andrews.
He's the one that knocked it away.
Yep.
And it was, I believe, Jude Maycole who was the intended target. But there you go. Lamont put that ball, floated that up there 35 yards.
Yeah, on the run.
On the run.
Yeah.
And having to flip the hips.
Oh, my.
The opposite was the left side.
Yeah. Made it look easy.
Made it look easy. 4th down and 15.
Now, with Lamont's back here, you can
run with him.
I was going to say, you can watch. He can throw. He can run. Wonder if he's the punter, too.
Empty the backfield for him. Motion man coming. And behind him, that's Chris Gordon. And there's the timeout for Tattnall. And here comes the punting unit. So there, I think they were just trying to get a couple free yards, Jay.
Yeah.
Trying to draw St. E's off sides. And maybe they go for it on a 4th and 10, but a 4th and 15 with a 3-score lead. Take the conservative route here, try and pin St. E's deep.
Yeah.
7:46 to go in the 3rd. Punt straight up in the air. Great hang time. And it'll take a small Tattnall bounce down at the 28-yard line. That was Greer on the punt.
I've had, I think, a 10-second hang time. That ball was up.
It was up there for a while.
Yeah.
Like I said, a great hang time. All right, Vikings back out here on offense at the 29.
Looks like a lob wedge, too. Right
Okay,
over
all the golf references.
Right over the bunker that I was in last night with Mike doing our volleyball and football projection.
Of that Tattnall cheerleaders getting the crowd
Yep.
pumped up.
It was a good stop there by the Vikings defense and their offense. It's a chance.
Here's a play action pass penalty. This play is blown dead. Let's see what we got here on the call. False start on the offense.
It's about the 3rd or 4th false start we've seen the Vikings here tonight.
Hasn't been the cleanest game. The ball's been on a turf 4 or 5 times for the Vikings. There's been some penalties for sure. Of course, they've given Tattnall 6 points.
Yeah.
First and 15 now.
Busy weekend here at Abessinio Stadium.
Give this a speed sweep. This is Gavin Andrews. He's got some room, makes a man miss, goes upfield, not much doing. Great pursuit by the Tattnall defense, maybe a yard or 2. Yeah, they gave him 2. Second down and 12 and a half. Penalty marker on the field. Let's see what this is.
Good thing you saw, because I hadn't.
I'll be honest with you. I heard the That's against Tattnall. I heard the PA announcer say it.
Seemed like a personal foul, probably a late hit or. And that'll give St. E's first down.
Face mask,
okay.
Looks like. And that's the 1st and 10 for St. E's. St. E's approaching midfield here. There's the motion. They fake it. Andrews across the middle. Brown, it's tipped up and intercepted. This is Lamons. And he could go, and he will. Oh, not quite yet. He's got one man to beat. He will do it. Touchdown, pick 6 off the deflection from Rashawn Lamont. He's barely played defense tonight.
No.
But the offense has been off the field for so long. They put him out there to get him some run, and he makes a play. That ball was knocked out. It looked like it was caught by Brown.
Yeah.
But the ball popped up out of his hands, and Lamont he knows what to do with it once he gets it.
Yeah, I thought, like you said, you drive it perfectly. You said he was gone. But then all of a sudden, the St. E's had the angle on him. And he makes the interception and score.
Just did the Key and Peele.
Yep.
Touchdown celebration skit. I saw 3 pumps, Rashawn. That's a penalty, brother. That one's up and good. Extra points good. 33-6, Tattnall on top. But Rashawn, you're getting a 302 sports penalty. There was a 3rd pump down there. We saw the celebration. You didn't hide from us.
Might be the only thing he did do correctly tonight. With that pump. The 3 pump.
The 3 pumps, you can't do it.
You
just can't do it.
Oh.
Everyone knows that. That is a well-known celebration rule, not only in the DIAA, but across the board when it comes to athletics. But yeah, this Tattnall team, fun to watch. Fun to watch this group, Jay.
It really is. And like you said, he could score any way possible. And there he proved it on the pick 6. 2nd defensive touchdown of the night for the Hornets.
This one's popped up. It'll take a bounce. Brown will pick it up. Makes a cut. Makes a 2nd cut. Runs over a defender. Bounces off and he's moved back. Tell you what, good effort there. It looked like that was Winston Rock as well as Ben Nerlinger on the tackle. .6:39 to go in the 3rd quarter. We had a quick first half, but it's definitely slowed up here in the 2nd half.
Yeah, it really has.
This is Brown on the carry. He picks up about 5 or 6 yards.
The St. E's is probably going to get back to that ground game.
I mean, at the very least, they've had some success with it,
Yeah, that's
Jay.
what I'm saying.
I mean, at this point here, you don't want to get too far away from your game, your game plan, and then next thing you know, turnovers, and this game gets way out of hand, right?
Exactly right, yep.
Brown looks to bounce it outside. Lamons comes up from the safety position with the shoestring tackle.
Ah, what a play. What a play. It first looked like that Brown had some room to the outside, and he just came up and made a great open field tackle.
He's having fun out there. There's no
Yep.
doubt about that. Third down and 5 for the Vikings.
I think next Saturday I'm going to have to find a way to get the charter at 11 a.m. to watch that match.
That's going to be a good one, Jay. I'm with you, man. That's going to be a highlight game for sure next week. Definitely going to be one to keep an eye on. Soto's just going to, Andrew's just going to throw that one away. Not sure if there was a receiver out here, but he gets rid of the football. He saves the sack yardage.
I thought your dad was going to make a great catch there.
Big fella played first base back in the day. He's got some hands.
I saw him coach softball for a while
He did.
too. Yeah. He was ready for that.
He's got that bionic knee out there now. He can move better than I've ever seen him. He's supposed to get the second one done, and I'm telling him, I'll be like, you know, I haven't seen you move my whole life like that. If he gets both of them done, I don't know if the world's ready for that. And mobile Mark Garrianis. Here's the punt. Andrews gets it away. It's a good one. Takes a hop inside the 30. That's a good punt to flip the field position. Downed by Nehemiah Hamilton. And aside from the turnover on downs, it's the worst field position Tattnall started with. So
it really has, yep. And the last time, like you said, he just ran 80 yards on the first play.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
And the Vikings, they have AI DuPont next week.
They finished with AI and Dickinson.
Yep.
So Zanies.
That Dickinson game could be for the last spot in the playoffs. That could be a big game there.
Jay, it's going to be interesting to see just how this shakes out down the stretch. Tattnall with they're able to hold on to this one. Sets themselves up pretty darn well. There's a first down run. Again, this young man, R.J. Moore, has had himself quite the night.
He really has. Oh, like a hurry-up offense here for the Hornets.
This is what you're going to see from them when they get it back into the competitive battles. That's how. Well, that's a nice play right there. Number 52, Chase Milnes. It's about as good of a run defense as we've seen from the Vikings tonight. Milnes from his middle linebacker position shuts it down for about 2.5.
Yeah, it was a really nice play. Read it perfectly, made a great tackle.
Tattnall taking their time getting to the line. Lamons picks it up off the turf. Oh boy, oh man, what moves. And he's off to the races. Rashawn Lamons across the 30, cuts back at the 20, spins off of a tackle, tries to run through a guy. And it takes a whole boatload of Vikings to take him down at the 10. This young man is so fun to watch.
He is. He's like, I'm going to score. I'm trying to score here.
Lamons, you know, last week he only had one carry in the victory over AI, clearly trying to preserve him. So his total got closer to 100 yards per game. Well, he's blasted that wide open again. He was at 100 yards in the first quarter tonight. It'll be fun to see that box score.
It will be.
See what he ends up with. And that's going to be yet again more on the carry. He's been pretty much the main back tonight. That one stopped for no gain.
I like what they've done offensively here. Like you said, Moore has been active. And then Rashawn is Rashawn.
Rashawn Lamons. 2nd and 10 here from the 11. taking his time. He'll take the snap. Here's a little reverse action. They get this one, touchdown. Up the middle goes Stamper. Tattnall pouring it on now. Here in the third quarter. They're just doing what they came in here and were supposed to do.
Exactly right. You mentioned that they've had 55 points the last 3 games. They're close to 40 here. And they've had...
Well, I mean, you got to think that the opportunities have been limited because of the first half game plan from the Vikings.
And they still put up.
Yep.
There's 2 defensive touchdowns help with that.
Lamont's alone in the backfield here for this 2-point conversion. He'll keep it up the middle, and he's in.
And the key about that, Pat, is that gets them the 35-point lead. So.
Now you might see some substitutions here.
Yep.
That almost will take us to the fourth quarter. But yeah, statement here made by Tattnall.
Yeah, it really is, and they know they got Charter coming up next week. They know. I think they want to come out here and, like you said, St. E's ended their season 2 years ago. Laurel, who's no longer in the class, ended their season last year, and now this year they came out with a statement, and their only losses to 2A Friends open up the season.
And there's a couple more players in the game. One of which, like you said, it's going to be that game against Charter, and it's again that immovable object of that Charter defense against this Tattnall offense. That's the way Charter has played. Their defense is shutting teams down. They're not scoring a ton of points over there, but their defense has been just shutting people down. Here comes the Vikings on the return. This is a nice return up to the 33-yard line and pushed out of bounds is Chris Butler, the freshman.
Should be the end of the third quarter.
And that will
clock.
do it here. Through 3 quarters, Tattnall well in front. We'll take a commercial break, come back with fourth quarter action.
High Five Hospitality, founded in 2004 when 3 guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise to Delaware. To date, they operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings in Delaware and Maryland. Also the Stone Balloon and Limestone Barbecue. And let's not forget Expectation. And 5 Jersey Mikes throughout Delaware. High Five Hospitality's mission is to operate 5 brands that serve high-quality products with exceptional hospitality.
We're back here, folks. Fourth quarter about to get underway. Tattnall and St. Elizabeth. Tattnall cementing themselves as one of the 1A powerhouses this year. Commanding lead right now over back-to-back state runner-up in this division. St. Elizabeth, who's in a rebuild year for sure.
Ranked number 1 in our Super Sevens. Tattnall has been all year. In that one spot, though, the first couple weeks it was close to split votes.
And that run up the middle, not much there. They're going right back to McCormick. He was good in the first half. That clock will run. Second down and 9. Jake, a lot of good games left in this one. Obviously Dover, Sussex Central. That's a good one this week.
Delmar Laurel.
Delmar Laurel's going to be a good one.
Sussex Tech Milford.
That's going to be a good one. Obviously, Middletown Sally's is one that everyone's going to keep an eye on.
And that's here tomorrow night. And then Saturday night here, Archmere Howard.
And that's going to be a good one. That's going to be another one. Archmere, with their style of play, can they slow down this Howard offense, which aside from the Newark game has been very high potent.
Really has, and it's they can score points in a hurry. Archmer, they had those 3 losses in a row to St. Mark's, who's 3A team. Then they lost to Newark in a really close game back and forth, and then their last loss was to Caravelle. So they bounced back nicely. They're 2-0 in the district, and then you got they're in a district with Howard and Friends. That's a tough district.
Absolutely. 2 receivers to the near side here. Andrews back, reverses field, trying to make something happen. Throws that one away. That's going to be intentional grounding. Yes, it's going to be intentional grounding, and he's done a good job of getting outside the tackle box and feeling pressure and throwing the ball away, and that's a little bit of the development that's being done with him, is to not try and take sacks.
Right, yeah.
Learning moment there. That one, you just couldn't avoid it. You couldn't avoid it. You got yourself into too much trouble there.
He's come close a couple times, and that time he couldn't get away with it.
It'll be a loss of down as well. So we got ourselves 4th and Kirkwood Highway.
Yeah.
Coming up here, folks.
I think it's at the BK on Kirkwood Highway.
It's down there. Yeah, the old friendlies. This one's punted away. Good punt. Again, Andrews has been good. He outlasts the first down yards. It's across midfield. That's a 54-yard punt right there. Jay.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Yep. And like you said, he saw who was back there and kicked nowhere near him. He said, nope, you ain't getting the ball this time.
This is a good call. Lamont's coming off the field with the running clock secured. You do not want your star player getting rolled up on here.
No.
It's the last thing you want if you're a Tattnall fan. So here we go. New quarterback. I think that's going to be Billy Lang out there, number 9. Not to be confused with the St. Joe's head coach and former Sixer assistant, Billy Lang.
Correct.
So Lang back there in the gun. Take the snap. Oh, he's going to keep it. And he can move across midfield, picks up about 5 yards on first down.
He had some speed, didn't he?
Yes, he does. He came up, he had a nice tackle earlier in the game from his cornerback position.
Yep.
Second down and 6. So we approach 7 minutes to play. Tattnall getting themselves lined up. Lang in the gun. He'll take the snap. He'll give this one off. And there's going to be a penalty here on the carry, and picking up about 3 is Gino Greer. But let's see what the penalty marker is here.
Speaking of Wilmington Charter, having another temporary light game is this time. They're bringing in lights.
Yep.
Against McKean tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Me personally, I'll be right back. I'm going to be right back here tomorrow night.
I mean, that's going to be a fun one.
Sally's Milltown, and then Saturday I think I'm going to hit a couple more football games, and like I said, then Sunday morning me and Mike are taking the drive down to Dover for that volleyball committee meeting.
That'll be good.
Field hockey meets on Monday. Their committee meeting. Soccer next Friday. Football's got 3 more weeks left. I mean, it's my favorite time of the year.
It is all the way around. Is that technically incomplete? I'm not sure. That ball's loose and fallen on by Lang. But he shoved it forward. I guess because he wasn't an overhand shove.
Yeah. But you know, nobody could fall on that football.
It's the wet BB.
Yeah.
Remember that rumor that Jerry Rice could catch greased BBs in the dark? That was how good his hands were.
Yeah.
That's what they used to say. I remember that one.
Now they're talking.
Stubbs used to tell me that one.
Okay.
Actually, down there on the chains. Third down and, all right, what's another? Third down in Route 52. Third down in Greenville right now after that play. Tattnall will take a timeout. Got to shout Greenville. That's right around Tattnall area, right around that part of town. What would that technically be called? Is that considered Greenville right there?
Tattnall?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Right?
AI,
Yeah.
it's right by AI.
Yep.
Right in that same area. Yeah, I think you're right there. And of course they have that famous neighbors right around the corner from the school.
Yes, that is true. Who can forget? Who is that? Who is it down there, Jay?
President.
I know, man. I'm messing with you. Messing with you, man. Absolutely.
Yep.
I was trying to think of a fake name and say it confidently, but I completely folded on the punchline. That's why I'm not a comedian. And for those of you that are still with us, apologies here. This is some corny stuff coming out of me, but we'll see what we can do. Right now, we're gonna keep an eye on Billy Lang. That's what we're doing. Billy Lang, he's tackled in the backfield, breaking through. Looks like that was Milnes again, coming in there. Actually, no, that was actually Daniel Conkle. Fourth down and long.
Only see the second Tattnall punt of the night. Last one we saw was a pop-up. Looks like maybe they're gonna go for it here. There we go.
Under 4 minutes to go. Tattnall earning themselves their 7th victory of the season.
Like you said, the big one next week with Charter Wilmington. Yeah.
3:34 to go. Tattnall going to punt this one away. Brown back deep. Andrews back deep. Gavin Andrews. Got to specify now.
Yeah, that's
with his
right.
brother Cole being on the team. That's a heck of a punt right there from Greer. Takes one hop. It's a St. East bounce, though. It'll get to the 49-yard line. But Greer boomed that one.
He did,
after missing the previous one. And about 3 minutes to go in this one. St. E's with one more possession here. Take some momentum in the next week.
Yeah, like you said, take some momentum in. You got AI next week, and then you finish AI on the road, so they'll be going to Greenville. And then, of course, they finish here with Dickinson. That could be a playing game between those two teams. I have currently tied for the 8th spot. And Glasgow's still in the running, and right now First State Military Academy's in. And
here's Gavin Andrews. Across midfield, across the 45, and that's where he's tackled.
The next week in District 2 next week, Brandywine Polytech in a big district game. We'll get a chance to hear from Brandywine before that one, as they will be on our show next week.
It's what a great story, Jay.
Yeah.
What a great story. Brandywine.
Coach and players are really looking excited to that.
That was a storied program
Yep.
back in the day, too.
Yeah, it was.
Here's Jihad Brown. Oh, man, he takes a big hit, but he's across the 40 for a first down.
And remember, last year they were 0-9, Pat. 0-9. And this year was
What a bounce back.
already 5 wins. They took that Friends team that Tattnall lost to overtime. Actually had a lead late in that game, and Friends scored on the last play. So I'm telling you, I can't wait for that next week.
Should be a good one for sure. A few more plays to go in this one. Gavin Andrews trying to bounce around. Not much room. He swarmed. And he's brought down. That looks like that was Josh Booth, number 58 on the tackle. Under a minute to go. Here's Gavin Andrews. He brings that one down, and he is ripped in the backfield by James St. Fleur.
I don't know how he caught that pitch. That pitch took him high off his feet, but he did. And like you said, he gets tackled, and that should be the last play of this game.
That one should do it. Don't line up at the 50. Tattnall gets a big-time win. Jay, player of the game, we got to go over Sean Lamont.
Yeah, I think that's a no-brainer. He definitely did it in all different ways. Pick 6 in the game. And had some tremendous runs, and what a game here by him and his Hornets teammates as they come into a place where they've lost their last 2 times they played here. Today they come away with the victory and set up that big showdown with Wilmington Charter next week.
Yeah, that's going to be one to keep an eye on, folks. Defense versus offense in that one. That is going to be a fun one for sure. Keep an eye out again the rest of the weekend. A lot of great games coming at you as we approach playoff time here in the great state of Delaware. Nick Halliday on camera, Jason Winchell right by my side. It's been Patrick Arianes here. Thanks for tuning in. The final, Tattnall 41, St. Elizabeth 6. Last thought for you, Jay.
Just the first time seeing Tattnall all year, and I was impressed. It shows, how good they are. They play as a team. It just shows you don't have to have a deep roster, a big roster. You play as a team. You play with heart, and you play with passion, and you're a good team, and they showed it here tonight. And I can't wait to see what the future holds for this Hornets program.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for tuning in, folks. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Don't forget, tune in to the other games that we got coming to you tomorrow night as well as Saturday. We will see you then. If not, we'll see you at Delaware Live Sports Weekly on Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in, and have a good night.